Hey everyone, we're back again at the property. Let's walk in on the neighborhood a little bit. Stretching my legs. Let's see. Yep, so here we are again. Wanted to give you guys a breakdown on the price video of everything. So we're gonna do one more walkthrough again and just see the breakdown of how much everything costs actually. So I guess we could start from the front of the property where we're looking at our windows, and we have everything on the list. As you can see here, our window breakdown was 33,200. That was for the windows. They're Pella windows, and I've heard it's the best quality windows you could buy. So 33,200 for the windows. There's some big ones in case, and then we're gonna pop right in and see what else we could see. Well, for the drywall, the labor for the drywall was 16,900, and that's just the labor. The drywall cost was about $6,000 for material and everything. It was $6,000 for material. And as we see, we have electrical done. Our electrical costs was $25,000, and we of course we have HVAC system in, which cost us, it's a split unit, a 5-ton and a 2-ton unit there in the attic. That cost us $22,000, and of course the tubs and other stuff, the pipe fixtures and stuff like that, that cost us about, I would say, $1,500. And the tubs, we have ceiling fans and everything. Those are miscellaneous. But what else I could touch on? The plumbing work itself, for the plumber's cost, was $29,500 for the plumbing and gas. It's included plumbing and the gas line being run and gas service being hooked up and tested. So that was $29,500 total for all of that. And what am I missing? Went through electrical, $25,000, plumber, $29,500, windows, $33,000, drywall, $16,900, plus an additional, it was $5 or $6 grand. I said, I think it was about that, $5 or $6 grand, somewhere around there. I don't remember. I don't have it written down on my list. So it's electrical, windows, HVAC system, the framers, the framing, we had to do new walls in here. Like this whole section wall is new, the staircase is new. And we did a bunch of framing upstairs, changing up the bedrooms and, just redoing things. This wall, as you can see, is a brand new wall that's been put up as well. And these are all new walls as well, that's been put up and closed in to make rooms. All the closets that's in here are brand new closets that's been put in as well. So it was quite a bit of framing. It was quite a bit of framing. I think the frame in total was about $15,000, because there's multiple rooms, multiple frame. Even the windows had to be reframed in this section. And the pantry had to be reframed. These walls had to be all new frame walls all the way up to the ceiling. This is new. This is new. And this wall in the hallway is the new wall running all the way down. We did new closets in these rooms as well. And all these, we have Nivian water heater, that's included in the plumber's work. And then we had a data foundation issue as well, which the foundation issue, it was about 16,800. What would I say now? The demo basically cost 41,000 because the property was in a bad, 41,300 for demo. Property was in a bad way. You know, the purchase price was 46,000 total. And boom, boom. Yeah, so we had quite a bit of stuff did. We did a entire basement, had new foundations set up, what do you call that, block work in the basement, and leveled the floors in this kitchen area, which I'm turning around back to, right in this section right here. This entire section had to redo from the basement level. And then we had a roof. We did our roof as well. You know, I kind of got robbed a bit on the roof, but I was managed to work out a deal with them. So the roof basically came into about $10,000. The entire roof being redone. So we have new roof, new HVAC system, new plumbing, Nevian water heater. We have a split unit for the HVAC system, new electrical, new framing, additional bedrooms and office space, new electrical panel. Everything was brand new, spanking. Everything is new all the way in this property. So, you know, that was just a rough rundown. My numbers might not be 100% correct on every single penny, but you know, it's just a rough estimate of all of that, you know, and that's basically it. We did a lot of work in this place. We even set up these walls above the fireplace. So it's a media wall. You could put your TV up there, and you know, so it's a lovely house. It's huge. It's huge. It's a huge house. It's 3,549 square feet property. Very big, you know. It would be a great house for a huge family. And the neighborhood, as you could see, I'm gonna spin you around so you could see a bit. It's very suburban neighborhood. There's another house next door, like, so it's quite similar to this one. Yeah, so it's very beautiful here. It's quiet, there's no noise, anything like that. We have a double car garage which didn't have power before. Now it has power, it has new windows as well from Pella. You know, it was quite a bit. I would say we are roughly in this project a bit over budget because of the amount of work it needed. But you know, it's 90% there. As you can see, it's 90% there. The garage just needs its doors on and it's all done. The garage has a new roof as well. You know, brand new roof on top. And a brand new roof on that one as well. So yeah, basically it's a massive back space. Backyard is super massive. It's like a little jungle right now. Well, the lawn guy is supposed to, he should be here this week to cut it, you know, but it's a massive backyard. You know, for a huge family, this would make a perfect home. You know, now we have power and everywhere, and everything is hooked up. Everything is done. It's 90% ready. You know, just need the flooring, painting, finishing the baths, and yeah, touch up here and there, and that's pretty much it. The cabinets in the kitchen, and that's pretty much it. We have everything else that we need as well. So, you know, it's a great project, and it's been kicking my butt. It's been really kicking my butt. It's a great project though, you know, I enjoy doing it. It's just sometimes the people that you have to work with is, you know, very harsh, and they are, you know, corner cutters, and they like to collect. So it's a struggle for anyone getting in this business to deal with contractors, and, you know, they don't do a good job, and then you got to come back and go over it again. And, you know, that's just the on and on issue. Anyone getting in this field should know that, you know, the contractors are your biggest, could be your biggest friend, and it could be your biggest enemies, because some of them are perfect and some of them are just rotten. They're just really rotten. You have to be on them, and you have to go over your job. And then, you know, once you're doing a place like this where it's in another state, it's even more difficult, because it's a lot of cutting corners and stuff that goes on. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there, and it looks amazing. You know, it's a little bit of touch-up work left for the drywall guys, and, you know, stuff like that. But it's gonna be an amazing place. This is a living room we're standing in. It's quite a massive size living room. I'm all the way at the far end. Let me close the door a bit so you can get a better view of what it is. I'm all the way now at the far end. I want to touch the wall, right? Basically at the wall at the far end. And you can see it's a massive room. Lots of space. You could have your couches on this end and all of that, but it's a massive space. It's gonna be great with a fireplace there. You could either use it, or, you know, maybe not. You could just be there for show. Yep. Could just be there for show. I think it might just be there for show for anyone, because, you know, smoke. Just the looks. But it's a beautiful property, and, you know, we're 90% there. It's just really tough, especially when we go over budget. It's real tough to finish a project like this, but someone's gonna really love it once they come in and see, you know, everything we've done so far. We're keeping this original solid wood door. Yeah, I'm so sad that the other one was damaged, but this one it's perfect. We just need a silent paint and new locks and stuff. And that's it, pretty much. And drywall guys need to do a little more touch up. That's basically it. It's an amazing place. You know, we have all the stuff to go in there. Yeah. Looking great. Yeah, so basically that's it for this one, and thank you guys for watching. And, you know, anyone that's getting in this line of work, it's quite challenging and, you know, a bit difficult at times, but once you have strong will, you could do it. You know, you just need strong will and need to be on these guys, and always have a contract with them. Make sure the contract states everything in detail of what you want to do, or what the contract is supposed to do. Because, you know, thank God I had that one when I had the first contractor group in, and, you know, I had to fire them because of the things they did and the way they did it, and the amount of time it took to do things, and then they had to redo it when the inspector came in. Multiple times they have to be redoing things, and time's wasting and costing money, which it didn't really cost me, it cost them, you know, for their negligence on doing the thing the right way the first time. But, you know, but they gave me a run around, you know, I had to let them go. You know, it was unfortunately that, you know, I had to pay them for certain things that, you know, just to get rid of them basically. And so, you know, it's just sometimes you win and sometimes you lose with them. So that's basically what it is. And, you know, it's a tough feel, but, you know, once, you know, I feel great reaching to this stage where I know it's like 90% done, and it's a wonderful, wonderful home for anyone who's interested. It's a wonderful home. You know, it's massive. It has a lot of space for a big family. You know, and it's just great. But thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Anyone that's out there supporting, thank you. And thanks for everything again. And, you know, as they say in Jamaica, everything is irie. And wagwan, big up. All right. Thank you.